A saw-scaled viper was coiled directly in front of the Greater Coucal. The bird was close enough to strike, but so was the snake. Its red eyes remained fixed on the viper's head. One step closer, the snake tightened its coil. Then it struck. The Coucal exploded backward, opening its chestnut wings as the snake's head passed just in front of its body. It had escaped the bite. It could have walked away. Instead, it approached again. And there was a reason this bird was willing to take another chance. Earlier that morning, the Coucal had been searching through the damp vegetation. It walked slowly across the ground, turning leaves and inspecting openings between the grass. Greater Coucals are opportunistic predators. Insects make easy meals. Lizards, frogs, and other small vertebrates can also become prey. And sometimes, so can snakes. The bird caught a small insect. It swallowed it immediately, then continued searching. A few meters away, something moved beneath the dead leaves. The Coucal stopped. At first, the animal was almost invisible. Its brown patterned body disappeared against the ground. Then the head emerged, a saw-scaled viper. This was very different from the prey the bird had been finding. The Coucal was larger. It had a powerful bill. But none of that made the snake harmless. The bird remained outside the coil. The viper turned its head toward it. The Coucal stepped left. The snake followed. The bird moved right. Again, the head followed. A direct attack would mean approaching the most dangerous part of the prey. So the Coucal began circling. It wasn't trying to overpower the snake immediately. It was looking for an opening. The bird leaned forward, then withdrew. It approached from another angle. The viper tightened its body. Neither animal committed. Then the Coucal moved closer. Its bill darted forward. The viper struck back. The bird jumped away. The first attempt had failed, and now the snake began retreating. Ahead was thicker vegetation. If the viper reached it, the Coucal could lose sight of its head completely. The bird followed. The snake accelerated. So did the Coucal. Then, without warning, the viper turned. Its second strike was even closer. The Coucal threw itself sideways. Its wings opened. Its feet left the ground. The snake missed again. For several seconds, the bird stayed back. The easiest decision would have been to abandon the hunt. There were insects everywhere. There would be other prey. But the Coucal continued watching. The viper turned toward the grass again. And this time the bird stopped following directly behind it. Instead, it began moving around the snake. Every time the viper turned its head, the Coucal changed direction. Left. Stop. Right. Stop. Up. Closer. Then back again. The snake was being forced to constantly reposition, and eventually, it made one mistake. Its head turned away. The Coucal lunged. Its bill closed around the snake's body immediately behind the head. The viper twisted violently. The bird stepped backward. The snake tried to turn its mouth toward its attacker. The Coucal adjusted its grip. Again, the snake twisted. Again, the bird repositioned. Even now, the hunt was not over. A venomous snake does not become safe simply because it has been caught. The Coucal had to keep the head away from its own body. For several tense moments, it maintained control. Eventually, the resistance weakened. But then, something unexpected happened. The Coucal did not begin eating. Instead, it picked up the prey and moved toward the vegetation. It disappeared between the grasses, then climbed higher into a dense tangle of stems and leaves. Hidden inside was a nest, and inside that nest were young Coucals waiting to be fed. Unlike many cuckoos, Greater Coucals raise their own offspring. parents invest heavily in their young and provide food while the chicks remain dependent. There is even a field observation of a Greater Coucal carrying prey that appeared to be a snake for its young, although the observer could not determine whether that particular snake had been killed by the bird itself or scavenged. That distinction matters. A Greater Coucal does not need to hunt venomous snakes every time it feeds its chicks. Its diet is broad. A snake is simply one possible meal in a much larger menu. But on this morning, one dangerous opportunity had appeared, and the bird had taken it. The viper had camouflage. It had an extremely fast defensive strike, and it had venom. The Coucal had something different: mobility, reach, and the ability to repeatedly change the angle of attack. Most importantly, it avoided the weapon that could have ended the hunt instantly: the bite. What looked at first like a pointless confrontation now had a destination. Deep inside the vegetation, hungry chicks were waiting. For them, it was food. For the adult that carried it home, obtaining that meal had required getting dangerously close to one of the most heavily armed animals on the ground. And one mistimed step could have changed everything.